interesting rides for me.
Yeah. Ori, what about you?
For me, we got picked up by a couple and the husband's mom. And we actually spent about 24 hours with them.
Yeah.
That escalated. I mean, they just picked us up on the side of the road, and we went from Watson Lake all the way just south of Fort Nelson, and then they invited us to stay at their campsite. We had dinner with them. We ended up seeing like 6 different animals all within a 4-hour span, and it was amazing. We kind of just like felt like we temporarily joined their family because they used to have 2 sons, so they're like, oh, we miss traveling with young people, so why don't you come camp with us? And it was amazing, honestly. Like, it was like I was traveling with my own parents there.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that was
great.
really special, that one.
That must be one of the great things about this, is meeting the kind of people who you wouldn't necessarily meet. You know, we get into our circles, right? And you sort of tend to meet people who are like you. I imagine when you're just hitchhiking, you meet all kinds of people from, you know, different walks of life and ages. And
exactly, and that's really the point of this project, is that we're 2 Canadians that haven't explored our own country. It's Canada's 150th birthday, so we're hitchhiking to actually meet people, to force ourselves to interact and talk and learn about Canada and all the different sections across the country.
Yeah.
So it's been exactly what you said. We've been meeting tons of interesting people and learning lots. So it's been working out pretty well so far.
Okay, now, not only are you hitchhiking, which is difficult in and of itself, but you're trying to cross the country with $150. Is that between you? Is that shared between the 2 of you, or $150 each?
Well, so that's each, but so far I think we're gonna manage to do it because we've only spent $9 total, so $4.50 each.
How are you managing that?
Well, we've been really lucky. A lot of the people who have picked us up, like Dean and Cheryl, I believe it was, they hosted us at their campsite. They made like pasta for us, and then you get here to Calgary, and like my girlfriend's parents like have us over for dinner and stuff. So we've been really lucky with that kind of stuff. But we'd like to launch a challenge out, so because once we get there, then we're probably going to have to buy an airline ticket back. So we were going to challenge either Air Canada or WestJet. If we make it under $150, we were wondering if they could find some empty seat on one of their flights back to Vancouver.
Well, we'll see what they say to that. Did you bring anything with, like, what kind of supplies have you got?
So our bags consist pretty much 50% survival gear and then 50% camera gear, because we need to be able to be completely self-sufficient. Basically, if we get dropped off in the middle of a field, we need to be able to survive the night and then ideally keep going the next day.
Right.
So tent, sleeping bag, sleeping mats, we've got a little stove. We brought a good amount of food with us originally, so we had a store of food that we'd say maybe about 6 to 10 days.
Right.
And we really haven't tapped into that at all. Like, our bread is getting old, actually.
Yeah.
So,
you better eat it, I guess.
yeah, like, we might have to, get going on that, stuff it down before it gets moldy,
Yeah, right.
The peanut butter will keep though.
Yeah, we got a 2-kilo jar of peanut butter.
So your goal is Newfoundland. So where do you go from here? Are you going to rest today, or are you just going to head out on the road again?
No rest. We got to head out on the road. We hope to make it by around August 8th, because we started July 8th. So a month across the country would be pretty ideal for us.
Wow. So if people are looking for you, where are you going to go out to hitch a ride now?
Just the Trans-Canada, and we're going to go to the outskirts of the city, because we found that it's really hard when you're actually in the city to catch a ride. So.
Right. Okay, so if you see 2 guys by the side of the road waving a Canada flag, smiling, wearing their Canada t-shirt,